The story of the San Antonio Spurs is one of consistency, excellence, and a commitment to team basketball that defined an era. Over nearly 2 decades, the Spurs built a dynasty built on discipline, humility, and brilliance on both ends of the court. Their journey began in 1999 when Tim Duncan and David Robinson, known as the Twin Towers, powered San Antonio to its very first NBA championship. Under coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs defeated the New York Knicks in 5 games, planting the flag for what would become a historic run. In 2003, the Spurs captured their second title, marking the passing of the torch. David Robinson retired a champion, and Tim Duncan, at the peak of his powers, led San Antonio past the New Jersey Nets in 6 games. It was the true beginning of the Duncan-era dynasty. Just 2 years later, in 2005, the Spurs were back in the finals. This time, they battled the Detroit Pistons in a hard-fought 7-game series defined by defense, grit, and championship poise. Duncan took home his 3rd Finals MVP, and the Spurs secured their 3rd title. In 2007, San Antonio completed a dominant playoff run with a sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It marked the arrival of Tony Parker as a Finals MVP and the continued rise of Manu Ginobili. The Spurs' victory was officially one of the greatest trios in NBA history. Their final championship, and perhaps their most beautiful, came in 2014. After the heartbreak of 2013, the Spurs returned with vengeance, playing some of the most fluid, selfless basketball the league had ever seen. They defeated the Miami Heat in 5 games, with Kawhi Leonard emerging as Finals MVP and the team showcasing a masterclass in ball movement, precision, and unity. Across 5 championships, 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014, the San Antonio Spurs built a legacy defined not by flash, but by fundamentals, teamwork, and unwavering excellence. Their dynasty remains one of the most respected in all the sports.
The Chicago Bulls' championship legacy is one of the most iconic dynasties in sports history. Led by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and the genius of Coach Phil Jackson, the Bulls redefined greatness across 2 unforgettable eras. The journey began in 1991. After years of battling the Eastern Conference elite, the Bulls finally broke through, defeating Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers in 5 games. It was Michael Jordan's first title and the start of something extraordinary. In 1992, Chicago returned to the finals with even greater confidence. Facing Clyde Drexler and the Portland Trail Blazers, the Bulls showcased their evolving dominance. Jordan's legendary shrug game punctuated the series, and Chicago secured its 2nd straight championship. The three-peat was completed in 1993. Battling Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns, the Bulls won an intense 6-game series capped by John Paxson's clutch three-pointer. With their 3rd consecutive title, the Bulls cemented themselves as a true dynasty. After Jordan's first retirement and triumphant return, a new chapter of excellence began. In 1996, the Bulls delivered one of the greatest seasons in NBA history, a 72-win masterpiece. Dominant on both ends of the court, Chicago defeated the Seattle Supersonics in 6 games to claim their 4th championship. The momentum continued in 1997 when the Bulls squared off against the Utah Jazz. The finals produced some of basketball's most iconic moments, none bigger than Jordan's flu game. Chicago prevailed once again, earning title number 5. Finally, in 1998, the Bulls capped off their era of greatness with one of the most dramatic finishes ever. Facing the Jazz once more, Chicago battled to a decisive Game 6. With the score tied in the final seconds, Michael Jordan delivered the legendary game-winning jumper, his last shot as a Bull, securing the team's 6th championship and completing their 2nd three-peat. Across 6 NBA titles, the Chicago Bulls built a legacy defined by competitive fire, precision, and unforgettable moments. Their dynasty wasn't just dominant, it's timeless. The Golden State Warriors championship story stretches across generations, spanning early league history, the rise of West Coast basketball, and a modern dynasty built on speed, spacing, and a revolutionary style of play. The journey begins in 1947, when the Philadelphia Warriors captured the very first championship in Basketball Association of America history, the league that would eventually become the NBA. Led by scoring star Joe Fulks, the Warriors claimed a pioneering title that set the foundation for decades to come. Nearly a decade later, the franchise struck again in 1956. With Hall of Famer Paul Arizin and center Neil Johnston dominating the hardwood, the Warriors defeated the Fort Wayne Pistons to secure their second championship, cementing their status as one of the league's early powerhouses. The team's next championship came in 1975, now playing as the Golden State Warriors. Led by Rick Barry's scoring brilliance and an unselfish, fast-paced approach, the underdog Warriors shocked the basketball world by sweeping the Washington Bullets. It became one of the greatest upsets in NBA Finals history. After a long championship drought, a new dynasty emerged. In 2015, the Warriors, behind Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and first-year head coach Steve Kerr, redefined the modern game with elite shooting and relentless versatility. Golden State defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games, capturing their 4th championship and launching a new era. The dynasty surged forward in 2017 with the addition of Kevin Durant. Featuring overwhelming offensive firepower, the Warriors powered through the postseason and defeated Cleveland once again, this time in 5 games. They followed it up in 2018, completing their 2nd straight title run and 3rd championship in 4 years. Behind the combined brilliance of Curry, Durant, Thompson, and Green, the Warriors swept the Cavaliers and solidified their place as one of the most dominant teams of the modern era. Their 7th championship, and one of their most meaningful, came in 2022. With the core reunited and revitalized, Stephen Curry delivered a masterful finals performance against the Boston Celtics, earning his first finals MVP and guiding Golden State back to the top of the basketball world. Across 7 NBA championships, the Golden State Warriors built a legacy defined by innovation, teamwork, and an unparalleled shooting revolution. Their story spans eras, but their impact on the game is timeless.
The Los Angeles Lakers stand as one of the most storied franchises in all of sports, defined by superstars, eras of dominance, and 17 NBA championships that span nearly 8 decades. The journey begins in 1949 when the Minneapolis Lakers, led by George Mikan, captured the franchise's first title. They quickly became the league's first dynasty, winning championships in 1950, 1952, 1953, and 1954, powered by Mikan's unmatched presence in the paint. After moving to Los Angeles, a new era of greatness arrived. In 1972, under coach Bill Sharman and featuring stars like Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, and Gail Goodrich, the Lakers won their 6th championship, capped by a legendary 33-game winning streak. The 1980s belonged to Showtime. Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy dazzled fans with fast-paced, electrifying basketball. This iconic group delivered 5 titles: 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988, establishing one of the NBA's most vibrant dynasties. A new millennium brought a new powerhouse. The duo of Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant dominated with a three-peat, winning championships in 2000, 2001, and 2002. Their combination of size, speed, and skill reshaped the modern game. In the years that followed, Kobe Bryant led the Lakers into yet another golden era. Under coach Phil Jackson and alongside Pau Gasol, he captured back-to-back titles in 2009 and 2010, including a dramatic Game 7 victory over the Boston Celtics. The Lakers' 17th championship and a return to glory came in 2020.
Guided by LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and a resilient roster, Los Angeles triumphed inside the NBA bubble, tying the record for the most championships in league history. Across 17 NBA titles, the Lakers' legacy is a tapestry of legends: Mikan, West, Wilt, Kareem, Magic, Worthy, Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron. Different eras, different styles, but the same pursuit of excellence. The Los Angeles Lakers aren't just a franchise, they are a tradition of greatness, built one championship at a time.
The Boston Celtics stand as the winningest franchise in NBA history, built on toughness, teamwork, and a tradition of excellence that stretches across generations. Their 18 championships tell the story of the league itself. The dynasty began in the late 1950s under legendary coach Red Auerbach. In 1957, the Celtics claimed their first title, led by the arrival of Bill Russell, whose defensive brilliance transformed the game. What followed remains unmatched in American sports. From 1959 through 1966, the Celtics won 8 straight championships, dominating with a culture built on unselfish play, relentless defense, and clutch performances. They added 2 more titles in 1968 and 1969, giving Russell an incredible 11 championships in 13 seasons. A new era rose in 1974, led by Dave Cowens, John Havlicek, and JoJo White. Their toughness and versatility returned Boston to the top, and in 1976, the Celtics captured another title after one of the most dramatic finals games ever played, an unforgettable triple overtime battle. The 1980s ushered in the Larry Bird era and one of the NBA's greatest rivalries. With Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish forming the legendary frontcourt, the Celtics won championships in 1981, 1984, and 1986. Their blend of skill, intelligence, and intensity made them one of the most beloved teams in league history. After a long championship drought, the Celtics returned to glory in 2008. The new Big Three, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, reignited the franchise. Their defense, leadership, and unity carried Boston to its 17th title, defeating the rival Los Angeles Lakers and restoring the Celtic identity to the modern era. And in 2024, the Celtics added championship number 18. Powered by Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and a deep, versatile roster, Boston delivered a dominant season, reaffirming the franchise's place atop the NBA. Brown earned Finals MVP, and the Celtics officially became the winningest team in league history. Across 18 championships, the Boston Celtics have defined excellence through eras of dominance, iconic players, and a commitment to team basketball. Their legacy isn't just about winning, it's about setting the standard.